If you want to grow and scale to that 1.5 million in monthly recurring revenue, you've got to have a steady stream of inbound leads. And there's a million ways to do it. But once your service is streamlined, you're ready to scale. So you've got the processes, you've got some people, you've got a hiring structure in place. You can turn your attention to generating leads. So to baseline and predict growth, you need a steady stream of leads from predictable sources. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run you through a bunch of different tactics that I've done with, but I want to start with a few tips of advice that are really going to help you to sell, right? Number one is building case studies and social proof. So we document everything as an agency. This is one from Weber's. This is just one of our clients. Another one is Predator Nutrition. When you get people results, show it, beat your chest about it. Case studies and social proof are everything. Case studies and social proof are everything. Another thing is building that reputation and social proof. I like to get testimonials when possible from happy customers. It's difficult to do, but if you have happy customers, ask them. I like to get reviews. We have a ton of awesome reviews on Facebook, ton of awesome reviews on Google+. And when I show these to people, I put these in all of our proposals. I say, find me another agency that's reviewed as good as ours. And that is a huge selling point to somebody. People want to see their colleagues saying great things about the work that your agency does, but people don't do this stuff naturally. You have to reach out to them. You have to build that relationship with your clients, and you got to spend the time to build your reputation. It doesn't just come on its own. You have to build it. So I'm going to go into some tactics to generate leads. I always start with content marketing because it's been so powerful for me. Obviously, I'm giving you a webinar as a piece of content, but it's not for everyone. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort, and you've got to be able to write or create. I used to be a shitty writer. I was not a great student, but when I realized that writing was going to make me money, I worked on it tirelessly. I blogged nonstop, and I got really good at it. To beat my own chest, I'm sorry, but I got really good at writing, and it's been the #1 driver of leads for my agency. So yeah, it is what it is. A perfect example is a blog post. If you just Google legal SEO, lawyer SEO, this blog post that I have ranks first for it, and it drives so many leads because of all the attorneys that are searching for it. We have a ton of attorney clients. You know, I'm covered in tattoos head to toe all over my hands, but I still have a ton of attorney clients because they see this post and I know they know what I'm talking about. So content sells, and if you're an SEO, you should be able to get content to rank or get it in front of people the right way to get them to sell. So another one that I love is speaking at niche conferences. So I do not go to industry conferences. You will not catch me at any MozCon or Search Engine Land. It's just not for me. It's a waste of my time. There are great people there. It's awesome for networking, but in terms of getting leads, it's not great. Why? Because it's filled with other SEOs who already work for other companies. It's not the best way to generate revenue for your company. But what you want to do is think about niche conferences, people where no other SEOs will be there, marketing agencies will be there, so you can speak directly to those people. So conferences for doctors, attorneys, plumbing professionals, gambling, casinos, there's tons of them if you just look for it. And what we've done is I built a process for my VA to prospect for conferences and then send a canned pitch to each of them. So basically all she does is I give her a bunch of keywords. You can see them up there in yellow. She goes through and she finds the conference, gives me the URL, the speaker URL, and then I build a pitch for her and she sends it on my behalf. So I have a steady stream of niche speaking engagements that I'm constantly landing as well. Another great one is to start a meetup. Our agency runs meetups both in Miami and Philadelphia. The screenshot below is the one from Philadelphia. It's called the Technical SEO Meetup, and this is great. It drives consistent leads because my partner, Nick Eubanks, found a niche in which our agency could provide tremendous value where no one else was and no one else could. So we are a technical SEO agency. That's what we want to sell. So we decided to create a meetup surrounded by that, where we have one every month, and we are constantly presenting findings from clients. You know, I gave one on the importance of UX. One of our SEO strategists gave one on how to do technical keyword research. Nick gave one on crawl budgets. And every time they generate leads or they generate buzz, and it's a way for us to provide value in the community while capturing leads and also furthering our brand at the same time. You know, a few words here is that meetups are a lot of work. You've got to put together the content. You've got to get food for people. You've got to host them. You got to do them consistently. Otherwise, it'll just die out. But if you can do it, it is a great way to generate leads. Another one is to join a networking group. So when I first got started, I joined both Chamber of Commerce and BNI, which is what this horrible screenshot is from. But they were a great source of leads for me, especially if you're just getting started out, because all you got to do is get off your ass and network. Networking is not a skill set of mine at all. I'm an introvert. I can get behind a microphone, but you put me in a room full of people and I just want to eat stuff and get hammered. But I don't do well in those events. But BNI was great because you're literally forced to give other people referrals. And again, if you literally just show up, you will get probably 15K a month in revenue just off the ground. You will get clients. If you just show up, you'll get clients. But again, it's tough. You got to get them early. You got to go every week. If you don't go, they'll kick you out. It's a lot of work. But again, if you can't do these other things, a networking group is a really good source of leads. I run a lot of paid traffic from Facebook, starting to push into Instagram, YouTube as well. They all work, but the key is the setup. you've got to have a funnel. And when I say a funnel, that means you've got to have some piece of value that you can get people to click on, either capture their email, give them an ebook, a webinar, a discount, get them to opt in on a landing page, get them to an email list where you have an email funnel going. So you've got an email automation that's sending them constant information and then trying to convert them on the back end. And then also remarketing is a huge thing. So after they've downloaded that guide, remarket them to the next level. So what a funnel means is the top of the funnel is going to be your ebook, your mid funnel is going to be some sort of offer or pitch about your business, and then bottom of the funnel is obviously getting them to close, offer them a consult, whatever that may be. But if you want to advertise on social media, you've got to have a funnel. I have a link down here again. It's my guide for a funnel. I gave a presentation on Moz Whiteboard Friday where I talked about building a funnel. Really good information if you're interested in doing that. It's a great way to generate leads as well. This here is a screenshot from my friend Cotton Grammer. I sold this from him, so I wanted to get credit. You can ask for referrals. So if you have existing clients that are happy, they are a great way to get you new business through referrals. Business owners know business owners. I know dozens of business owners. And if you were to ask me to refer some sort of business, I would be happy to refer you to a colleague if I knew that you did good work. So if you did good work for me, you built me a great website, I'm happy to refer you to a customer, but you got to ask me to do it. I'm not going to do it on my own. So you can automate this by, if you have an email list, you have all your clients, you just send them a survey that says, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, that's what NPS stands for, Net Promoter Score. How happy are you with my service? If it's a 10, then you hit them back up via email and say, hey, look, if you refer me a client, I'll give you a free month. If you refer me a client, would you like to refer me a client? I'm trying to grow my business. Most of the time people are going to do it for free, but if you have some sort of incentive, maybe you did some extra work for them, then people will give you referrals. It is the best way. Referrals are the best way to get business because referrals almost always close. Leads have a very different conversion rate depending on where they're coming from, but referrals close. There's just nothing like it. So if you can get your existing clients to get you other clients, it's an easy and painless way to generate leads fast. This is more for people who are just beginning and looking to get their first revenue in the door. So this is a screenshot from Fiverr. You all know what it is, where you can sell microservices. I like to sell them to other agencies. You could use Upwork and stuff, but it's kind of a lot of work. But if you get really, really good at one aspect of your service, you can sell that very easily to other agencies. Our agency is constantly looking for contractors, reliable people who can help us out with an aspect of our service. We're always overloaded. If you could come in and be like, I do amazing keyword research, I do amazing link outreach, I do amazing UX, then we will hire you on a contractor basis, and that's revenue for your agency. Agencies are always looking for support. The beautiful thing too is as you grow, you can flip the script to where you can set up affiliate relationships with other agencies, consultants, or sales professionals. So for example, when you're just getting started, you offer your service to other agencies, but once you get good enough, once you have that process down, once you've got that brand built, you've got those reviews, you've got everyone who wants to work with you, you can then set up an affiliate program or white label relationships with other customers, with other people where you say, hey, look, I've got this badass SEO service, we get results, people love working with us. If you refer me business, I'll pay you 15% recurring off the top. It's a no-brainer for a lot of people, especially those who don't know, like SEO is in such high demand, a lot of people don't know how to do it. They're happy to take a 15% margin on doing no work. And you're able to do that once you get to that point. So you start by selling microservices, then you flip the script and you set up affiliate relationships or white label relationships with other agencies. I get so many emails from people trying to do cold pitches, and yeah, they piss me off, but sometimes they get done really well, and I'll hire those people. I actually have a business partner right now for a side business who sent me a cold email, and he offered to solve one of my problems. And when he did that, I hired him right off the bat. Don't just send someone a sales pitch out of left field. It's never going to work. So I really like video audits. That's when you go to somebody's website, you do a video audit, you find a bunch of issues, you tell them how you would fix it, and you send it to them. And then you say, oh, by the way, if you need some help fixing this, let me know, let's have a conversation, let's talk about it. We built a proprietary audit that we have a VA run. So we'll prospect for a bunch of websites, we'll run the audit, and then we'll send them the results. And it works really well. And I'll do a video for them just like this for 5 minutes, and I get a lot of phone calls that way. It works really, really well. If you've got the chops, or once you get to a certain point, we love building tools and distributing them, promoting them as content. It's a more advanced tactic, but there's no better way to generate leads because it shows that you know what you're talking about. It shows you that you have technical acumen. It shows that you're a thought leader, and that generates just a ton of attraction, a ton of leads. We just put stuff together in Google Sheets and Data Studio, like templates that we use when we promote them, and we've gotten some amazing clients this way. If you have the means to build tools, I would say make that your number one way to generate leads, because it just works like wildfire. Finally, this is not quite a lead generation tactic, but it is in a sense, because at the end of the day, you just never know where a lead can come from. This is a screenshot. The dude in purple is my new business partner. He actually acquired my agency in January. He's been a buddy of mine, a colleague for years, who ran a competing agency for years. And we were always cool. Like, if you just stay courteous to people, be genuine, be passionate about what you do, respect others. Like, there's no reason for competition. There's so much work out there that other agencies can be your best friend sometimes. Take pride in your work, and I promise you good things will come to you. So this is just a general piece of advice for life in general too, but just be a cool person and good things will come back to you, I promise. So that's all I got from this webinar. I hope you really enjoyed it. I'm gonna leave you a link underneath. I'm having an in-person training. If you liked what you saw, imagine having all this done for you in person. What I'm gonna do for you is give you all those processes that I showed you from my agency, everything from how to run an advanced technical audit, how to manage projects, how to sell, everything. I'm gonna give you the templates that we use, I'm gonna give you the standard operating procedures, and I'm gonna train you on how to do it. I'm gonna show you how to build and scale an agency in 3 days' time. I promise you it is going to change the direction of your agency. So again, there's gonna be a link below this video. I hope you check it out, and I hope to see you in Miami.